Now at 10, dignitaries and friends gather to honor Senator Bob Dole at his funeral, while an educator in his Kansas hometown works to ensure students understand Dole's impact on their community and the nation. And the Missouri Attorney General warned schools and health departments not to enforce COVID-19 orders. We'll have local reaction.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Former Kansas Senator Bob Dole was remembered as a father, hero, and statesman today during a funeral service at the Washington National Cathedral. This is KOIM News at 10. One of the Senate's longest-serving Republican leaders passed away Sunday at the age of 98. Speakers today included President Biden, former Kansas Senator Pat Roberts, Dole's daughter Robin, and actor Tom Hanks spoke at a separate ceremony at the World War II Memorial. The ceremony will be held in Dole's hometown of Russell, Kansas tomorrow. Reporter Sean Logging went to Russell to see how the town is keeping the former senator's legacy alive.
As health teacher Tyler Schiffelbein's class comes to order.
Do you guys know anything about Bob Dole?
He's among teachers at this Russell Middle School, including the life of Senator Bob Dole into the lesson plan this week.
One of the first questions I asked was, are you always a product of your environment? Well, most people who are from Russell, Kansas are not going to get to the 1-yard line on becoming president of the United States, but Bob Dole did.
Having someone from this hometown in the history book, social studies teacher Jeff Penner says shows these kids the possibilities of life when coming from Russell.
The hard work and integrity that you develop growing up in a small town can last you a long time.
These teachers say it's not that students need to aim for the Oval Office, but in Senator Dole's life are lessons they can use today and for the rest of their lives.
Work with others and cooperate and compromise, and I teach about this a lot, how we're a lot divided, and how we have all these kind of divisions, how we just need to be able to learn how to talk with each other.
Right now, Russell is preparing to see this hometown son for the last time.
We'll find rest.
Friday, the service at the National Cathedral played over the speakers on Main Street.
All with me.
Saturday, the city coming together for the final goodbye.
Wow, this is really a big deal, and I think the more real you can make something, the more tangible you can make it, the more it resonates with these kids.
With Senator Dole's place in this community, it's a history that will be shared for many years and lessons to come.
I feel like with the history this town keeps alive, we all sort of know him a little bit. As cheesy as that sounds, it's pretty true.
The late Senator Bob Dole will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. It is no threat to us, but well to our east, plenty of tornadoes at the moment. Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy severe weather night, especially central eastern Missouri down through parts of Arkansas, also Kentucky and Tennessee. We got a little round of severe weather during the evening hours as well. Prior to this front, we hit 72 degrees. We started at 46. Look at our average high. It's 49. All the thunderstorms that blew up right on top of us, these are out of here, but at one point in time, I counted 21 tornado warnings at one point in time. They're still going central Illinois, right around St. Louis. This guy's been on the ground since the 6 o'clock news, way back here, numerous more near Memphis. So just a historic December tornado outbreak. Thankfully, heading away from us, so we look pretty good. The cold front rolled through. If you haven't been outside in the past couple hours, it is significantly colder. It's very windy. Temperatures are dropping through the 40s. We have these northerly winds which are kicking in. So this means obviously much colder as we head into the weekend. We're going to take a look at the weekend here in just a bit.
See you then. Thanks, Doug. Some local authorities are sorting out their response to an order from Missouri's Attorney General. Eric Schmidt is demanding that health departments and school districts no longer enforce mask mandates or quarantine orders. In a letter sent on December 7th, the Attorney General says school districts and health departments are to end all COVID-19 health orders under the judgment. The letter says this is to take immediately. Now local health departments are working to understand what the order means for them and local schools.
We're going to continue to provide data, number of cases, number of deaths. There's nothing in the Attorney General's letter that prevents us from doing those activities. It was simply we can't mandate and create ordinances that would keep kids from school who are contacts.
The Newton County Health Department plans to send out guidelines to schools on Tuesday, pending approval by the department's board. The Joplin Fire Department today put out this house fire at 18th and Sargent. Officials say everyone inside at the time of the fire did make it out and there were no injuries. The Joplin Fire Marshal says it was an electrical fire. The state of Oklahoma is giving a grant to a Northeast Oklahoma behavioral health program. The Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services is awarding a $125,000 grant to the ROCMND Ottawa County Prevention Program. The grant is being used to address underage marijuana misuse in the county by participating in community outreach events. It was awarded based on a biannual survey of students that found Ottawa County has the 8th highest rate of misuse in the state. 3 men charged after a tourist boat sank on Table Rock Lake, killing 17 people. We'll find out next year whether they'll face a criminal trial. The 3 men, Kenneth McKee, Curtis Lanham, and Charles Botzel, were charged after the duck boat sank in 2018. After a 2-day preliminary hearing, the judge gave prosecutors until the end of the year to respond to defense attorneys' request that the case be dismissed. The judge says he'll set a court date next year to announce his decision. Still ahead, the latest on the OMICRON variant spread in the U.S. and how it's affecting the vaccinated. And later, you're a wizard, Harry. The wizarding world of Harry Potter goes Christmas at a Joplin theater.
Good luck.
The CDC says most Omicron cases in the U.S. are among people who are fully vaccinated. Bradley Blackburn has more on that, plus what some states are doing in response to rising COVID cases and hospitalizations.
CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says among the first few dozen confirmed Omicron cases in the U.S., nearly 80% were fully vaccinated. About 1/3 had received a booster shot, but some got it closer to the time they were confirmed to have the Omicron variant. So far, there was only 1 Omicron-related hospitalization in the U.S. and no reported deaths.
In reported cases thus far, most people experienced only mild symptoms, which is what we would expect from a group of fully vaccinated individuals.
Early in vitro studies clearly indicate that boosters increase antibody titers against the Omicron variant.
Starting Monday, New York State will require face coverings for customers and workers in indoor businesses and venues, except for those that demand proof of vaccination.
I've been warning, I've been saying, if we can't get more people vaccinated or boosted, I have to protect people, but also the economy.
And now that kids as young as 5 are getting Pfizer's vaccine, therapy dogs from local police departments in Massachusetts are lending a helping paw.
Hurt a little, but after that, when you get like candy and you get to pet the dogs, it's really good.
About 200 million Americans are now fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
That vaccine would be 1 dose. New evidence links COVID-19 to heart damage. A study from the European Society of Cardiology found COVID-19 patients who have recovered from the virus but still experience shortness of breath during physical activity may be suffering from heart function abnormalities. Scientists say more research is needed on the cardiac consequences of long COVID. U.S. hospitals are now required to disclose prices, but a Johns Hopkins study finds that more than half of hospitals are not complying with that new law. Under the hospital price transparency rule, hospitals must provide clear pricing information online about their services. If they don't, they could face penalties of up to $2 million a year. The U.S. Supreme Court today issued a decision on the Texas abortion law. The justices are leaving the law in place, which bans the procedure after around 6 weeks of pregnancy. But the court says abortion providers have the right to challenge the law in federal court. Later, the Carthage boys look to advance to the finals of the Carthage Invitational. Jacob Leonard has highlights in sports.
Plus, now we got the thunderstorms out of here. The colder temperatures working in. We're going to look at that coming up.
The meat.
Crazy weather day for us today. Kind of on and off showers, and then we got a little round of thunderstorms through the evening hours. We were into the 70s, near record highs. Cold front has pushed through. Everything is drastically changed over the past couple hours, but we're quiet, which is good, because there has been a raging severe weather event going on just to the east of us. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort looks pretty good. Friday night parking lot full. Look at the temperatures dropping. You can tell where the front is. It's almost out of the viewing area. It's passing through about Eagle Rock on the west side of Table Rock Lake. But most of us now into the 40s. We have 30s in our northern counties. So temperatures definitely have been dropping. You can see the cold front right across central Missouri down through southeastern parts of Oklahoma. So all the severe weather ahead of it, all the storms really just got going right on top of us throughout the evening hours. Strong southerly winds today. Here comes the front. Now we have the strong northwesterly winds, and this is what we're going to be dealing with through the overnight hours, and still windy for us tomorrow. But we're getting winds gusting outside right now, 25, 30, upwards to 35 miles per hour at times. At least we got the storms out of here. Temperatures drastically have dropped. 45 west, northwesterly winds at about 20. Humidity is at 65%. Rain this morning, early afternoon, some thunderstorms during the evening, and then they just explode as they work through, really right along the state line between about 5 and 6 p.m. And then everything just raced off toward the east. Still ongoing across eastern parts of Missouri. You can see a couple tornado warnings. Let's go north. On the cold side, look at all the snow, the Great Lakes, all the way back toward Omaha, and then just a tremendous severe weather event throughout the evening hours. Most of this has been after dark. This tornado right here, you can see the purple. That means that it is a large destructive tornado on the ground. This has been on the ground for about 4 hours, and it's gone through 4 states. It's in Kentucky, it clipped Tennessee, Missouri, Boot Heel, and then started way back west of Jonesboro, Arkansas. So numerous tornadoes. And again, in this pattern, we're in a recurring cycle. So this will occur again right around February 12th, 13th, and then again in April, which won't be good. Out to the west, not too much going on, so our weather's calm, just our temperatures are kind of back to normal. We're going to drop back near freezing a little bit later on tonight. We'll get plenty of sunshine tomorrow. It's going to be where we should be for this time of the year. Most of us near 50 for an afternoon high. Starting at 33, 45 by noon, high temp right around 50 during the afternoon. Tomorrow night, we drop back near freezing. Once again, pretty much clear skies. We do get a southerly wind on Sunday, so this helps us start to warm things back up. Mid-50s. If you're traveling north, Arrowhead, Chiefs play the Raiders at noon. Temperatures near 50, so it'll be chilly, but pretty nice football weather. Then we start to warm things back up. Monday, Tuesday, we get back into the 60s, probably 70s by midweek, but chances for showers and thunderstorms move in again. If you want snow, you're going to have to wait. What is today, the 10th? About another 10 or 11 days. That's when our chances really start to increase right before Christmas. 50 tomorrow, 55 Sunday, 63 on Monday, 73 on Wednesday, rain chances again the middle of next week.
So you're saying possibility of snow a day or 2 or 3 before Christmas.
Yeah.
Would it still be on the ground on Christmas morning?
Probably, but there's a much better shot for a white New Year.
Yeah, but that's not what we're asking.
I know.
No one dreams
I know.
of a white New Year. Thanks, Doug. And Christmas came early with or without snow for some Joplin Elementary students. James River Church today handed out presents to nearly 1,200 students, teachers, and administrators in Joplin and Springfield. West Central Elementary in Joplin was among the 4 schools selected. Officials with the church brought not only gifts, but games, music, and a Christmas adventure. James River Church has been handing out gifts like this for 23 years. They select the schools based on factors including the number of students enrolled in free and reduced lunch programs. A Joplin theater troupe is getting into the holiday spirit and the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Dream Theater Troupe hosted a Yule Ball. It featured activities based on Hogwarts staples like wands, potions, and Quidditch. It also featured plenty of dancing.
Hope that people really get an opportunity to tap into the fandom that is Harry Potter, because there's not a lot of those kinds of conventions and large things here in this area anymore. I recall back when the movies were coming out and everyone would get in costume and go stand in line until midnight to do that.
At the end of the night, everyone walked away with a goodie bag, including a wand and magical ornament. Our annual Toy Box campaign is underway. Each year, of course, we ask for donations of toys or money to buy toys. to give to area kids in need. All of your donations can stay in the county where you live if you choose. You can find a list of toy drop-off locations on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Or we'll make it simple. You can make a monetary donation by phone during our Toy Box Tuesday telethons. The final one is going to be next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday on our noon, 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. news. Hope you'll join us then. You've waited all year and it's finally time for our 4 States holiday staple, Jack the Bible Donkey. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Salvation Army brought Jack back into service to help with the organization's Red Kettle campaign. Today he was stationed with the kettle by the Applebee's on North Broadway. Jack doesn't just help ring bells for the Salvation Army, he also spreads cheer at nursing homes and assisted living facilities.
He started sniffing me and I said, "Oh, you like me?" And he started bowing his head, and I mean, he took off from there. And so then we thought we should share him with nursing homes and various places.
Apparently a jack of all trades. As always, people were able to pet Jack and take pictures with him. Coming up in sports, the Joplin Eagles aim to move on to the Carthage Invitational Championship, and the Galena Bulldogs try for a 2-0 start on the road against Girard. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more next.
Today is day 2 of the Carthage Boys Invitational. Last night, the tournament host Tigers won their first round game, beating Fort Smith Southside 64-48. So tonight, Carthage back on the floor in the semifinals, facing the RAY-PEC Panthers. Starting the second quarter, Britt Coy, 3-pointer for the Tigers. And just before half, Ashton Germain outside for 3. Panthers lead it into the third. We'll go to the fourth quarter now. For Carthage, Joel Pugh knocking down the 3 from the far side. Game stayed tight throughout, but late in the game, we're all tied up. Miles Sutton, look at this, really tough shot goes. That puts RAY-PEC up 2, and that was it. Panthers squeak by Carthage 42-40. In the other semifinal game, it's Joplin taking on West Plains for a spot in the championship. Joplin outscores West Plains 12-0 in the fourth, winning 51-23. Always Right gets 16 points. All Right scores 12. Eagles will face RAY-PEC for the tournament championship at 4:30 tomorrow. Tonight is also semifinal night for the Lady Eagle Classic at Joplin High School. The tournament host Eagles got things started on Thursday with a 49-32 win over Blue Valley West. Joplin has a chance to move on to the championship tonight, facing Farmington in the semifinals. Farmington finds the range early. Morgan Bry for 3. Carson Dillard, another triple. Cardinals sink 4 threes in the first quarter. Emma Floyd here turns off the glass for 2. Then Bryn Driver, nice move on the baseline there, puts it in. Joplin, though, already down by 20. Back to work here. Driver lays in another. Farmington, though, too much for Joplin to handle. Eagles fall 71-18. The other semifinal game, it's a 9 o'clock game because they hate sports reporters. Just kidding, but really, Carl Junction trying to move on to the championship, facing Blue Valley North. That one's still going. CJ up 42-34 in the fourth quarter. Well, the Girard boys opened the season last week with a big win, topping 9th-ranked Parsons 66-65. Tonight, the Trojans are back on the floor, facing another ranked opponent in the Galena Bulldogs. And Galena also 1-0, ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A. A good start for Galena. Here comes Brett Sarwinski on the break. Little step and finish. Then Tyler Little. Nice scoop pass to Kobe McLaughlin for the easy 2. Galena up 15-5 after the first. To the second quarter now. Bram Bourne trying to keep Girard in it. Smooth jumper. 12 for Bourne in the first half alone. But Galena still rolling on the other end. Maverick Harmon to Tyler Little. Bulldogs up 12 at the break. And they would pull away in the third. Sarwinski pull up here. He scores a team high 12. And look at this give and go. Tyler Little back to Randy Cockrell. So nice, man. Galena's good. The Bulldogs beat Girard tonight 56-27. And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Corporal Patrick McGregor served in the U.S. Army. His hometown, Yates Center, Kansas. And we are proud to salute Corporal Patrick McGregor. He's tonight's four-state hero. The department, known for its diplomacy, wants you to also know its leader has some decent taste in music. The U.S. State Department launched an official Spotify account today. The account lets Secretary of State Antony Blinken share his road trip playlists. A list of 16 curated tunes is up now, and it's an homage to the trip Blinken is on at the moment. It started in Liverpool, England. Yeah, the home of the Beatles. And Penny Lane kicks off the playlist of 16 songs. It also includes music from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Hawaii, all stops ahead for Blinken. The Secretary of State is not just an avid music lover, he's also a guitar player and fronts his own band called A Blinken. Not to say he's any good, we don't know. Maybe he is, but there you go. He likes the Beatles. Good for him.
There you go.
That's the first thing. One of the first things I ask when I meet new people. What kind of music do you listen to?
Really?
It is. Yeah.
Pearl Jam, right here.
That's the correct answer.
Okay. The weather.
Weather looks good. It's going to be cold. We're going to be down into the lower 30s later on tonight. 50 tomorrow, 55 on Sunday. We are going to warm back into the 70s the middle of next week, but also rain chances returning. So very atypical forecast for almost the middle of December.
Final sports notes.
Chiefs Raiders noon Sunday right here, Kansas City, 9.5 point favorites.
They're going to win by 9.5 points?
I guarantee no.
No.
Not 9.5, but more.
Maybe by 10. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you tonight with an aerial view of some local Christmas lights. Let's make it a great weekend.
Salon service is provided by the